Dave McDade was the Douglas County District Attorney, who retired in 2014 following a GBI investigation of his spending of drug forfeiture money.
But he left something behind when he left office: campaign contributions from his last political campaign that have gone unreported for more than 2 years. Senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell has been digging through the records and has the very latest. Dale?
Doug, it was a surprise to us. David McDade was known as a tough, by-the-book prosecutor for more than 2 decades. But we found he hasn't filed campaign reports required by law, and he's raised money as a candidate that he never disclosed to the State Campaign Finance Commission.
You're not fair, you're biased, you know you are, you're a bully, you know you are.
Former Douglas County District Attorney David McDade didn't want to talk with me about the campaign finance account he left behind in 2014 when he decided not to seek re-election.
Do you have anything to say to the people that elected you?
I do, but it won't be through you.
2 years ago, the Fox 5 I-Team told you how former Douglas County DA David McDade used seized drug money to provide perks and high-paying second jobs for his longtime office manager Tammy Egan and a paid internship for her daughter.
It adds up to a bunch of hardworking people that don't deserve to be criticized by you or anyone for their hard work.
Following our story, McDade says he reprimanded Tammy Egan for personal use of a county SUV and then requested the GBI investigate to clear the air. That investigation lasted more than a year.
He formally announces his retirement.
According to McDade's attorney, Drew FINDLING, the investigation ended when McDade signed a non-prosecution agreement with the state attorney general. McDade agreed to retire and pay back $4,000. In exchange, the attorney general would not prosecute him.
David McDade committed no crimes whatsoever.
As far as the factual basis go, are y'all in agreement?
Also, a grand jury indicted McDade's longtime office manager. In court, Tammy Egan pled no contest to 7 misdemeanor theft charges. She received first offender status, which means she has no criminal record.
Discovery was served on previous counsel.
And David McDade, who battled severe health problems during the GBI investigation, got back on his feet. Last year, he took a job as an assistant prosecutor with the Fayette County District Attorney's Office. His Douglas County District Attorney days seem behind him. But then we noticed something unusual about Mr. McDade's campaign account. He still had nearly $30,000 in it. But according to the State Elections Commission, he hadn't filed any campaign disclosures explaining what he did with the money. And we found he raised more money that he never disclosed.
As long as you have money in your campaign funds, you have to continue to file.
STEFAN Ritter, director of the State Campaign Finance Commission, commonly called the Ethics Commission, says Mr. McDade should have been filing campaign disclosure reports for the past 2 years until he closed out his account. Ritter says state campaign finance laws say a candidate like McDade can give the leftover money back to contributors, to another candidate, or even to a charity.
You can't keep the money. It's not yours. It's the campaign's.
But we found there may have been more than the nearly $30,000. After his last campaign report, and before he announced he would not seek re-election, McDade threw a big campaign fundraiser at Mirror Lake's 2 golf courses. A Pro Shop employee told us there were more than 200 people signed up to play. We don't know how much money Mr. McDade raised because state ethics filings indicate he never reported any money from the golf tournament.
How did he expend the money? What happened to the money?
That's what we wanted to know.
You don't tell the whole truth. I'm getting in my car and I'm leaving. And you do whatever you want to do.
Is the money still in the campaign?
You do whatever you want to do.
If you don't have a disclosure, we can't follow the money.
And that's serious to you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The State Ethics Director Stefan Ritter says that his staff will review the McDade disclosures to see if the commission needs to open a full investigation. Lisa, Doug?
Dale, thanks.